Hopefully I don't lose count here, but there's always that chance I could lose count. What's happening? Downhill D. Miller coming at you with another video, May 21st, 2016. In this video is going to be the Robin Williams Tribute 117 Pull-Up Challenge. Now last night I did 117 pull-ups, strict form, in 29 minutes and 30 seconds. Now for some of you that's probably pretty easy. I'm sure there's some of you out there who can probably do it in under 10 minutes. And for me, it's an improvement, or at least I think it's an improvement, because last December I did 200 pull-ups, strict form, but it took me almost 90 minutes. And at the pace I was going last night, I figured it would have probably taken me around 65 to 70 minutes. So that's definitely an improvement for myself. And what I mean by strict form pull-ups is 3 points. One, you want to get your chin to a level that is over the bar. You don't necessarily have to get your chin over the bar, but you want, like per se, like touching the bar. However, you want the level of your chin to be above the bar. Two, on each of your pull-ups, you want to start from this position or as close to this position as possible. Not from here, not from there, but from a straight position, sometimes referred to as a dead hang pull-up. And of course, number 3 is no kipping. And so how I came up with 117 pull-ups is, as some of you know, I have suffered from clinical depression since around my mid-30s. And it is a fact, based on the CDC website, that 42,773 people in 2014 took their own lives, which equates to just around 117. It's like 117.1, but I rounded it down to 117 people per day taking their own life due to suicide. And it's also mentioned that 30% of those who suffer from any kind of clinical depression attempt suicide, with half of those being successful. And so this is really a subject that's really, I'm really, my goal, not only through my channel and pursuing an ambition that many may seem is impossible, but I also want to raise awareness on mental illness, and also the fact that depression can affect anyone. It can affect all walks of life. I mean, Robin Williams is like the perfect example. I mean, here he was, deep in the hearts of many people, and then it's like it comes to a shock when we find out how he died. And so depression can happen to anyone. Athletes, actors, your typical 9-to-5 worker, people, poor, rich. It doesn't matter what your social economic status is, race, anything. Depression affects anyone. And unfortunately, when people think that there's no way out and the only way to escape the pain, unfortunately, suicide, they think is the answer. And so that's why I'm coming up with this challenge, the Robin Williams Tribute 117 Pull-Up Challenge. And the goal is to see how quick you can do strict form pull-ups. And I'm going to add some more clips of me doing my pull-ups. It took me 29 minutes, 30 seconds to do it. And I was debating on whether or not I was going to upload the entire video of me doing the pull-ups. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys think I should upload the entire video, it does contain some blogging. It's like a 34-minute long video, but I figured a lot of people are not going to want to watch a 30-minute video of me doing pull-ups and blogging. So I figured I'd just do this quick vlog, some quick clips of me doing my pull-ups. And it's out there for you guys to attempt this challenge, to help raise awareness on mental illness, to one day come up with some better treatment options. In my opinion, for some people like myself, I definitely think an exercise peer mentorship program would do wonders for some of us. And also just to help one day reduce the suicide rate. Because according to the World Health Organization, every 40 seconds, someone around the world takes their own life. And it is the goal of the World Health Organization to reduce that rate by 10% by 2020. And I honestly feel that if we can become more inclusive as a society, which I'm going to talk about ways in future videos of certain things I think are kind of defragmenting society and kind of leading to an increase in mental illness and unfortunately a rise in suicide rates are some of these aspects that I will address in further videos. But for now, this is the challenge, the Robin Williams Tribute Challenge. And just remember, 117 people in 2014 per day took their own life. It's a figure that's pretty disgusting, I think, when we say that suicide is, or term, the most preventable cause of death, and yet we've got 117 people taking their own lives. So this is a challenge to do 117 strict form pull-ups for time. And by the way, if you guys can't do pull-ups, I don't mind being, we can be flexible about it. You can do push-ups or squats, but if you're going to do it, try to be as strict form as possible and do it for time. And so, once again, this is just a way to kind of help raise awareness on mental illness, to kind of promote more research into the subject and to come up with much better treatment options than exist right now. And also, ultimately, to reduce the suicide rate. And just for people to become more or less judgmental of others, because I know a lot of people probably judge me from what they see on the outside. Maybe it's the way some of us speak, the way we act. Who knows? You know, I'm no saint. I make mistakes. All of us make mistakes, but we shouldn't really be judged harshly just because we don't measure up to these standards that we see. And what I feel is a big detriment to our society is a lot of these reality TV shows, which is going to be definitely another hot topic of mine, because I think the media kind of influences on what viewers feel someone should be, how they should look, what they should be making. And I think this reality TV, a lot of these reality TV programs paint a tainted picture of what someone should be based on a certain, point in their life, which I just think is a bunch of BS. And so I'm going to cut this thing pretty quick here because it's getting a little long. I want to try to keep my blogs under 6 minutes, but I've obviously got underneath that. And then, of course, I'm be throwing in some clips of me doing my pull-ups. But in tribute to Robin Williams, depression knows no bounds. Let's do something about mental illness. Let's be more inclusive. Let's be more of an inclusive society. For those who don't want to be loners, there's no reason why we should be loners. Let's lower the suicide rate. Let's accept this challenge. Live healthy and fit lifestyles. Peace out, everyone. Thanks for watching. Now, I believe this footage starts from around pull-up number 75 or so. And you'll notice that I'm just doing sets of 1. And that's because fatigue was definitely setting in. I wanted to maintain my strict form, but at the same time I wanted to allow myself just enough recovery to make sure that I would meet my goal of getting 117 pull-ups in under a half hour. And as I said, I know there's probably a lot of you out there who can probably do this a lot quicker, but after all, this is a challenge, and hopefully this challenge will be a step towards helping to raise awareness on mental illness, help end the negative stigma of mental illness, and maybe ultimately help reduce the suicide rate. And once again, thanks for watching.
Swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in. I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin. You make me feel kinda bad, kinda good, kinda everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kinda wrong, kinda right, kinda anything, and I would change it if I could. swear that I'm fainting, I think I'm losing my sight, I swear I'm hitting the floor. I could swear that my stomach just sunk a meter. I'll be dead if I take any more. You make me feel kinda bad, kinda good, kinda everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kinda wrong, kinda right, kinda anything, and I would change it if I could.
It was definitely close.